Hello, my name is Leah Garcia, founder and CEO of NULASTIN. Welcome to Full Volume, where we talk about beauty, branding, and beyond with the industry's best. Today, I am joined by Chief Science Officer of NULASTIN, one of my favorite people in the world, Dr. Felipe Jimenez. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Leah. Thank you so much for having me.
This is so fun. I feel like I'm cheating because I know way too much about this product line, but I'm going to treat it as if we're just introducing Elastin first to the audience. And why is this protein so magical?
Wow, that's a big question. Elastin, when you think about what it is and, especially what we hear about it out on social media, on advertising and things like that, we really associate it with skin, right? And we think about the elasticity of skin really coming from that elastin. But what we don't know, or what most people don't know, is that elastin actually is found in your lungs, in your kidneys. What it really does is it allows the organs in the body, of course, skin being the largest organ in the body, to stretch, to compress, and then it goes back to its normal state.
You want to see that in action? Stretch, oopsie, not compressing. That's because that's 60-year-old skin that's never been protected.
There's so many things that can cause that for sure. The release. So when you pull up, right? I mean, obviously your skin is elastic. When you release it, how fast it actually goes back to its normal state is something called viscoelasticity. So viscoelasticity really has to do with two things. It's both elastin and collagen. And the other thing is how much water we drink per day, right? So the more water we drink, the more viscoelastic the skin is, so the faster it returns back to its normal state.
This is full confession right now. It's not even full volume. For those of us who want to incorporate Elastin and the products that would support Elastin into our life, give me a little myth busting here. What's going to work and what's not?
There have been a lot of different products out there that claim to have elastin, or at least elastin benefits to them. And really what it is, it's different ingredients that they show, at least in the lab, that it actually causes something called expression. Okay, expression basically means that you turn on the cells that actually make elastin, and basically what they're doing is that they're measuring the number of copies of essentially what amounts to be the blueprint for making elastin. Well, there's a big difference between simply making the blueprint for elastin and actually making the actual elastin protein. Now, to take it a step further, it's not enough just to make the elastin protein, but you also have to be able to assemble it and cross-link it into what we call elastic fibers. Only the elastic fibers, whether it be in skin, lungs, or kidneys, is able to actually have a physiologic benefit to the body.
Whew, stay with us. For those of you who are geeking out right now because of the science, yay. Now let's put this into practice. So a cosmetic formula like NULASTIN that has elastin replenishment in it. There's been reports from the past that always talk about, but the molecule, it's too big, it's not going to penetrate. How in the world is that going to help? How does it help if you put elastin topically on as a cosmetic formula? How is that making a difference to the elastin that we are then creating in our own bodies?
When we look at what NULASTIN is, what the products are, and what they're intended to do, they're really intended to really penetrate into the follicles, right? In this particular case, it would be the hair follicles. The great thing about hair follicles is that they're quite large compared to, even the Humvees of molecules in nature. In this particular case, that tropoelastin molecule actually doesn't have to do a whole heck of a lot to get into that follicle. It just needs to be in a suitable vehicle that will actually carry it and drive it into those follicles. Now, a lot of people will say, well, wait a second. why would you want it to go into the follicle versus going into the skin, right? After all, the skin is really what has all of the elastin. Well, here at NULASTIN, what we found is that the follicles also have a lot of elastin. In fact, they have elastin all around them, actually from the very top to the very bottom. Okay, and they kind of look like the roots of the trees that emanate from those follicles. So, what we found out was that elastin actually is made by the cells that actually line that follicle, okay? And then once it's made, it has to be assembled into what we call elastic fibers. Well, what we're doing here with the NULASTIN, and certainly with the tropoelastin molecule that we're using, is that we're actually bringing that prime material into the follicle, and all the follicle has to do, really the cells within the follicle, all they have to do is simply take this material that's already made and actually simply assemble it into an elastic fiber. So we're not asking the skin, we're not asking the cells around the follicles to actually turn on all the machinery that makes more elastin, but rather we're saying, hey, look, here's the tropoelastin. All you have to do, take it and assemble it into an elastic fiber.
I love this so much. The elastin root system, you've already tapped into this. The elastin root system, the elastin anchor, the elastin envelope. The first history of that in published form was in the 1800s, if I'm correct. And it took you researching to realize that this was an undiscovered, a novel way of looking at how we keep our hair, how we stop shedding, how we protect our hair. And why didn't anyone see this? Why, Felipe? Was it that you were able to tap into nuances in science that had really been overlooked? And what's funny, and I'm just going to like side note, is that whenever we say this to a dermatologist or to a hair restoration doctor or to others who are in the professional space, they'll say, did I miss that class in medical school? How come I wasn't taught that your root of your hair is held in place with elastin? How did you uncover this research and bring it to light and make it part of who we are?
Most researchers will say, well, if elastin is only there, in maybe 2% or 3% of the dry weight of skin is elastin, why should we even pay attention to it, right? Why not pay more attention to collagen if collagen makes up 75%, of the dry weight of skin or more? And so most of the attention really has been given to collagen rather than elastin. That elastin that's actually in that sheath or that envelope is actually giving that hair shaft a big bear hug, right? So it's completely surrounding it. Think of an electrical wire, right? So electrical wire is made up of two things. It's got the copper wire in the middle, and then around it, it's got a sheath made of rubber. So that rubber sheath is essentially the elastin that's around that follicle, and it basically holds onto that hair shaft so it doesn't go anywhere. Now, the elastin that emanates from that envelope, right, from top to bottom, basically anchors that follicle to the scalp, right? So it doesn't go anywhere. So whenever we're washing our hair, whenever we're combing our hair, let's say that we've got some tangles in our hair and we're using a little bit more force to try to get rid of that tangle, the reason that our hair doesn't just fall off when we're pulling on it is that elastin. It's there to anchor the follicle to the scalp so that it doesn't go anywhere, right?
If you think about it in terms of a palm tree, one of my favorite analogies of all time. So you've got a palm tree that's able to withstand hurricane force winds. So when it's really windy outside, that palm tree can just lay over on its side. And then when the wind subsides, the palm tree is still standing because of the fact that it's got a strong root system. When you see a tree that does not have a strong root system, it topples over. And so I cannot take a walk anymore in the woods, because every time I see a fallen tree, I was like, it just doesn't have a good, strong elastin root system.
That's right.
And it's so funny that I just keep telling myself that over and over, but it's all about what you remember from a brand. So for me, what I think about is the reason why your hair stays in place is because of elastin, that elastin root system. It is holding our hair strong. You stop producing elastin in young adulthood, which means that without a product like NULASTIN where you can supplement it, you're going to continue losing elastin for the rest of your life. And when that happens, it manifests itself in a number of ways. You'll start seeing your hair shed more. You will start experiencing some balding. You will start seeing more scalp than not. You'll of course, most people will see the wrinkles, the fine lines, the skin laxicity. They'll start seeing things and they'll say, oh my goodness, my elastin is really on a downward spiral.
So there's two forces really that affect the elastin. So this chronological aging, of course, our age, right? That has something to do with it. And then, of course, there's the external factors, right? So things like photoaging, things like environmental factors and things. And so it's really an uphill battle. So when we go to the dermatologist, the first thing that the dermatologist will tell you, well, are you using an SPF? Are you using a sunscreen, right? And the question is, well, why should I use a sunscreen in the first place? Well, if you were to be able to look inside of your skin, you'd be able to see that with time, and certainly after exposure to sunlight, that you get a lot of different changes there that actually add to the aging of our skin. When we go outside, our scalp is also exposed, especially when you're starting to lose a little bit of hair
That's why
on the
I
top
have
of
a
your
theory
head.
that cowboys, you rarely see a bald cowboy because they're wearing a cowboy hat or a ball cap.
That's right.
So it's very rare to see a cowboy that's lost their hair. And I say because they're always protecting their scalp from sunlight. We started the program talking about being the brand that is revolutionizing hair loss with science-backed elastin replenishment. From a scalp scrub to a shampoo to a conditioner to a treatment, what is it that unifies that system, and how will it help people improve their hair health and keeping the hair that they have?
Our company, NULASTIN, actually started with only 3 products, really a product for the scalp, one for the brows and one for the lashes. And of course, we would have a lot of customers calling into our customer service department asking, well, I'm using this fantastic scalp serum, but what do I use? Is there a shampoo and conditioner that I can use that won't harm the effects, the benefits of using your scalp product? Well, it was hard to really answer that question, right? Because we just don't know what we don't know, right? There's so many products out there on the market, but there isn't one specific product that is actually tailored to what we're trying to do. And specifically what I mean by that is there are no products that are really tailored to elastin, because nobody really understands, right, that elastin has everything to do with hair care.
And they didn't want to interfere. So
that's right.
So I would handle a lot of those customer service calls, and you are absolutely right. I would always say something clean, something that doesn't have a lot of sulfates in it and things that are going to strip and damage your hair. But yet we were still missing the system that works synergistically one to the other, that layers the benefits, and
That's
so
right.
continue.
One of the first things that we thought, well, how do we aid in that process of these molecules getting into those follicles? Well, one way to do that is to actually exfoliate away a lot of those dead skin cells that can block the entry into those follicles. Well, guess what? That's not the only thing that's there. You also have a lot of sebum there that actually helps to connect those dead skin cells together, and boy, is it really difficult to get rid of those once they're there. It's kind of like, a bricks and mortar, right? It's very, very difficult to get rid of it, or actually to knock it over once it's
You're
there.
kind of talking about scalp gunk.
Scalp gunk, yes.
Yes.
Scalp gunk, buildup, flaking, those are the sorts of things that we're talking about. So one of the first things that we did is we thought, okay, well, maybe the first thing to do to help along the benefits of our product, our scalp product, is to first clear out all of that excess dead skin cells, all of the sebum that's there, right? And when the theory is that when you get rid of all of this and you have kind of a blank slate, it's easier for these molecules to actually penetrate into those follicles. So that was step one. And of course, we wanted to make sure that our products were also clean to our standards, to the safe science standards. We're actually using it to actually help us get rid of all of that excess dead skin cells, to get rid of the extra sebum there as well.
Simple number one, the Vibrant Scalp Scrub from NULASTIN is going to be your first line of defense to make sure that your scalp is prepared and ready for the next process. After we've cleaned our scalp, Felipe, then what do we do?
Well, then we have to use a shampoo. And of course, if we take a step backwards and look at the scalp scrub, we basically want to make sure that we use it at least twice a week, right? We probably don't want to do much more because keep in mind in this particular case, more isn't actually more.
You're talking about the scalp scrub or the shampoo?
Scalp scrub.
Okay, right.
So moderation on the scalp scrub. Now, getting into the shampoo. Now, the shampoo we definitely want to use every day. Now, what makes this particular shampoo and conditioner, what makes both of them compatible with what we're trying to do with our scalp serum? We are an Elastin company. That's really what we're trying to do. So we actually incorporated our tropoelastin molecule, that big Humvee-sized molecule that we just talked about, but we also added a biopolyphenol into it as well. We're using these polyphenols to actually bind to and protect these molecules. We want to make sure that they get from the bottle to your scalp and to your follicle in one piece, right? So that they can actually become these elastic fibers. So that's number one. Number two, which is really cool, is that polyphenol actually becomes very, very sticky. The skin itself will take that molecule and will envelop it and bring it into the skin. So it's kind of like your shuttle bus to help you get that molecule, that tropoelastin molecule, from the bottle into the follicle. And that's really what it does. And it's found in both of our shampoo and conditioner formulas. And again, that is what distinguishes this shampoo, this conditioner, from pretty much anything out there in the world today.
If that doesn't give you hope for the future, I really don't know what does. Thank you for your discoveries, for your innovation, for everything that you're doing for the brand, for bringing great products to the marketplace. I'm so happy to be on this journey with you. Thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you, Leah. I really appreciate it. And thanks again for having me here, and looking forward to our next innovations.